anytime I come across somebody when I'm going to work who is an addict and they're on the street and they're, there's a lot of suffering around that. And I'm stuck because I want to help. I want to do something. I want to give you $5, whatever you need, whatever. But I know that that would somehow perpetuate that suffering. But also, I don't want to, if I withhold from helping you, you're also suffering. And so I'm like stuck in that state.
When I was young, didn't know that I didn't know that De Sansanin was like about, a 20-minute drive away from my house in Rhode Island. So I went to Nepal to look for a guru or someone to teach me how to find myself. And I was around 19 or so. Because of the country I picked, the teachers there were the Tibetan lamas were there. So I used to go up for teaching to this temple that had a lot of stairs going up to the top. And all up the stairs were beggars. And there were also monkeys. It was called the Monkey Temple. And a lot of people always begging. And when I say, begging, they'd like really pull on your clothes and hands out, and it was irritating. And the irony, is not lost on me that, you're going up these steps. I mean, just the whole symbolism of it. You're climbing up this mountain to the holy place so that you can get the teaching about love and compassion and generosity. And the whole way up there, you're sort of going, get off me, right? To these beggars. So when we got to the top, one day, so I got to the top and just grudgingly, because again, the fake yourself out thing, the Mother Teresa, junior Mother Teresa that I wanted to pretend I was, I like begrudgingly took out some rupees and gave them to this woman, but I didn't feel the love. I was just kind of going through the motion. And so the Rinpoche there was sitting there at the top, and he had this giant Swiss Army knife, and it had lots of attachments coming out of it. And he was on a kind of a throne, and I was with my friend, and we were below the throne, like looking up. And he said, "Well, so what's your question, today?" And I said, "Well, actually, my question today is about this thing that happened on the way up the stairs." So I gave the woman the money, which is the correct action, but in my mind, not so good intention. It was more like, just leave me alone, like, or whatever. I'm sick of this. So here you go, So I said, so which one is more important, like your action or your intention? And so he proceeded to give me one of the best teachings ever. And he took the Swiss Army knife from one hand, before he did that, he said, first, if you want to practice compassion, give something of that you don't care about to your best friend. And then after you master that, give something you like a lot, like maybe your favorite t-shirt or something that you really value more so, and give that to your best friend. And then once you master that, try doing the same thing. Give something that you don't like to your enemy, someone you really dislike, and then give something you don't like to something that you do like to your enemy. And then he said this, and this is the point of the story. He said, if you can't do any of that, and he took the Swiss Army knife and had it like this, and he said, you must practice like this: right hand giving to left hand giving to right hand giving to left hand. And this is the point, because we don't have to think what to do if it's our own body. That's, so if you cut your arm, there's no part of you that has to stop and think, should I deal with this? You automatically do it because that's your body. And so the same as that, if we look at everyone that we meet and we have that same kind of mindset, the question I like to ask myself a lot in those situations, like sometimes when I get lost, I stop myself and I literally use my own name. I'll say to myself, Jane, what are you doing now? Do it. And the other thing I'll do sometimes is ask myself when I'm looking at someone in my mind, say, you and me, same or different? You and me, same or different? And the more we can kind of ask ourselves that question, it doesn't mean you're always going to have the right answer or do the right thing every single time. But again, that's direction. It's like having that mind, not I help you, but like right hand giving to left hand giving to right hand, because it's the same, we're the same body. So maybe try asking that question when you get into that pickle
No,
and see
thank you.
what happens.
Thank you so much. That is perfect. Thank you.